Hello, Curthal tubers, and welcome back to Let's Play Magic and Magic X Legacy with me, BlueAnkylo. Just back to normal today, nothing too crazy. So, it's been a few days since I last played, in case I'm rusty, but we're very near the end of the game, I think. I mean, it could be like 5 more layers, but, you know, we did all the Tome of 1,000 Terrors, and then it glitched out a little bit on one of the quests, so we couldn't quite finish one of them, and then of course we're missing some books maybe, but yeah, in theory we're down here to kill Erebus, who should be the final boss at somewhere in this dungeon. This looks like maybe a big map, and yeah, it's been a few days, so my lip is feeling a little bit better. Last episode, you know, it was getting a little difficult to talk, so then I was getting a little bit annoyed. So let's see if I remember how to play. You know, should be fine. Not that complicated of a video game.
Something following us.
I'll let you know, I've been playing Nephilim Symphony of War, or whatever it's called. Some people were commenting on the channel I should check it out, because it's kind of like Fire Emblem Ogre Battle-y type game, and so far so good. Pretty fun. It's a, you know, indie development, small studio, but so was this game. Except it was published by Ubisoft.
There are enemies ahead.
Ah, yeah. This is normal. This is just like always. Hey, look, there's enemies, and then, oh, surprise! I guess as soon as I see enemies, that's right. I just have to turn all of the buffs on immediately. Because otherwise, well, I mean, it's fine. We'll live, probably. So what was that? Weakness doesn't really matter too much, so we can sort of ignore that. We're gonna get hit a bunch by the shades, and then these guys are gonna cast a bunch of garbage at us. I still don't know if I ever tested for sure which type of spells blocked attacks. Obviously the poison cloud has, but I don't think cyclone blocks ranged. Not sure if there's anything else. Maybe the thunderstorm is kind of similar, but I'll try it just because I would like to take less damage.
They're flanking us.
I'm not happy. The cyclone decided to just fly on us. Now, it actually may have stopped them from casting magic on us. No, they shoot through check. It did nothing. It did nothing. Also, someone got paralyzed. That's great. We better, yeah. It's just a great start. Water magic is for paralyze. Go away, please. Why doesn't right-click close your spell book? In Niflheim Symphony of War, if you right-click a menu, it closes a menu. Oh. Yeah, this kind of sucks. It would be great if I could time stop or something, but no. Okay, but I do have a spare character who can put a poison cloud in front of us now for sure. That's fine. Nothing too bad. Weak. Everyone's gonna be weak, but that doesn't really matter when you're a magic party. 3 rounds of buffs. Okay, so these guys all attack a lot, and mages will come closer. So I actually think it's not a terrible idea just to do some dots, because there's just so much stuff going on here. That was not my original idea, but get the damage over time up, and I don't remember what anything's weak to. Sorry, if I did look up last episode. I may or may not have looked these guys up, but I don't remember. We're looking for shades or elite shades. I mean, yeah, they're kind of strong against everything. I guess earth is the worst, dark and earth. So light, obviously, but air, fire, water are all kind of equal. So whenever you've got Grandmaster, just go with it. So
Enemy attacking from behind.
nothing.
Coward.
Sure is loud, man. This gets real loud. We do have Word of Light, which does a line, but I was thinking of trying Fire Burst, because it hits everything adjacent. And in theory, it is just a game theory, but in theory, Fire Grandmaster is going to ignore a lot of fire resistance. Maybe.
No, it's not a good time.
I think it hit most of them, so... Yeah, one of them dodged it, but otherwise pretty good. Reflects 30% of melee damage. Ah, that's a great thing we don't have any melee fighters. Okay, we're out of regeneration, so, you know... Let's put that back on. And, more thunderstorms down, and, I guess we'll just implode this side a little bit, or try? We could try to put Mana Surge. It's primordial, it's not technically dark. It does do a lot of damage, but... Yeah.
That hurts.
If we ever lose Liquid Membrane, we're in big trouble, that's for sure. Now, I could put Stone Skin. Maybe I could have put Stone Skin up. That might have been nice. We're getting them, though. They're taking damage. The reflected damage is adding up. Or the Fire Shield actually is definitely making some strong value up. More than I thought it would normally. So Grotham doesn't have a whole lot to do other than just boom. And that is working pretty well. Okay, yeah, we got this under control. What's next? Well, I may have buffed a little bit more than necessary, but it's a scary start. Now, the funny thing about Circle of Winter, although it hits everything, it reduces their number of attacks, which means the Fire Shield doesn't hit them as much, so I don't know if that's a great deal. On the other hand, I could just, smell you later? And they can't attack at all. And then, getting rid of the Mage is generally a good idea, so, boom.
And stay down.
Nice, nice. And, didn't I?
I kill you.
Yeah, we're good. We are incredibly powerful. So don't forget about that when you're keeping track of it, when you're keeping score. Oh good, we got the golden axe. Yeah, actually it's a nice axe, but you know. Inventory management. Can I save my mana so we can do another battle without resting? We're only got 10 food.
I kill you.
Yes. Yes, we can. Okay, we got an Orc Mage. Actually, +7 magic. That's like... If you didn't have an orb of a cool skill, that wouldn't be too bad. I'm assuming... Like, it's more of a generalist kind of one. As long as you're using the schools you have plus skill to, they're probably better, but... Interesting. I'm just gonna delete a bunch of stuff so that we can pick things up if we find it, basically. I really don't care about curing weakness. We can do that with magic, or we could just rest. Or we could, yeah, because we don't have any negative effect, really, so we might as well just walk it off, and then when we rest normally, we'll do that. Also, we're getting really close to a level up. Those are always good times.
Huh? What is that?
Oh, I should be saving. Now I remember. Save always or game over, because yeah, you know. I'm sure I've rambled about it plenty. I mean, it's basically just trash. One cure paralyze and some other garbage, and maybe a bit of money that we'll never spend. Secret treasures have been a bit of a letdown. You know it. I know it. Everybody knows it. I mean, Ruby Ring, you can sell it for, was it a 10th? 400 gold? Pretty sure it was 10% in this game. I don't want to look on the ground. I want to look at the city. Well. Alright. So... full ways down. Oh yeah, okay, dark is bad. Good luck running out of... not having a mage with torch. What do you do? Because there is no, like, torches. I don't think there's any item that... maybe there's a scroll that casts torch, but, like, if you don't actually have a mage at all... well, most of the melee characters do have some magic available. You only need novice fire, light, or something. Wouldn't that be terrible if you could not see in this final dungeon? By now, there's no excuse. You should definitely have some way to see in the dark. Some dark vision, just like old D&D characters have dark vision. I hear there's a meme or two about it. Quick save.
Something's coming our way. Be ready. We're being attacked from the rear.
They... I actually had protection from darkness on, but they purged it and then killed me instantly. Do you remember what step that was? Probably the next step. So we need liquid membrane, we need celestial armor, we need superpower, we need well, it looks like mostly we're fighting mages. So oh, we could re-up our own dark resistance. Dark ward, and technically it does stack with prime ward, which is just everything ward. Now I've used all my mana, so we drink some of our lame mana potions, which I could have just rested, you know, but these are the lame ones, and we've got hundreds of good ones for big boss fights, so really at this point I should just be drinking potions all the time. Any other good spells we should cast? Now we're good. Dang it. Well, I was pretty close.
Feel stronger.
Oh, I could have put, burning determination. Well, that doesn't stop feeble mind. Okay, so there's jerkwads behind us and big boss, well, sort of boss in front of us. I guess we have to deal with feeble mind. We can't ignore that one. And let's let these guys get closer, I guess, while we try to shoot down the faceless. So if we can get these guys out of the picture, that's a lot less trouble. Now, faceless, they're kind of big fat jerks, aren't they? I guess we could just zap them? Did not do that much damage. I'm not sure if we ever figured out their resistances. We've only killed a few of them. I'm sure they're in here somewhere. We had shades and elite shades. There's the faceless. Yeah, we'll need to kill a few more. I mean, these are like the elitist super bosses. Well, outside of bosses, the strongest fight. Is that really all they do? Feeble mind and purge? Wait, maybe they're really weak. I mean, those are annoying, but they've got to have some other attack, right? These don't do any damage. They're just annoying. They've got they must have like a regular attack or something. Or something. Right? Maybe we just zap them and keep them at range? I don't know. Seems like they're pretty good against Prime. Oh, hey guys, you made it. I'm gonna try to kill your buddy here first. Maybe I can be like, see you later. Smell you later. One more implosion. Okay, that's 0 for 3 implosion. That's really unfortunate. Fire, though. Not bad.
I kill you.
There we go. Ooh. Level up. Well, I like to wait till I've got a bunch of level ups, but it's been a while since I played, so I'm just excited. Let's see what you got. Who is this guy anyway? Shows off. You know, the level 33 Archmage. Who's got 100 magic power and can continue. That's 200% magic damage. Look at that. What a fine fella. And that's probably going to be our last level up. Unless it's the game surprises me, that's probably as much as we can do for actual experience gain. Oh, I think while we were in one of these dungeons, I must have got to air magic level 25. So we don't actually have GM to ignore resistances on shows off specifically. We could give him some health. We could boost up dark magic if I cared, but what would that do? Just really... I mean, it would make drain life better, but everything down here is immune to dark, basically. Like, purge doesn't need anything. Sleep, I don't think your skill in dark makes any difference for those kinds of spells. So, yeah, no thanks. So, garbage, a tiny bit of resistance. We could make celestial armor better, or just a few more hit points. It's not that spectacular, but that's what we get. Sure. Somewhat useful. Bunch of super potions and super supreme potions. And at least the cure paralyzed scroll. Those kinds of scrolls are like, at least they're valuable, you know. Gonna check that out? Okay. We hear whispers. Does that mean... Oh, boy.
Something is coming our way. Be ready.
There are enemies ahead.
Okay, are we ambushed? No. So... I will try some fun stuff. Like, Searing Rune. I don't actually know if that's going to hit them much because of where they are. Can't move. Yeah, I think I should have waited one more turn before I ruined it. Well, we still did some damage. Not amazing. No, not Fire Shield. Alright. See if this hits anybody next turn. Alright, I think we can do this one more time. Yeah. I don't know, this might not be a huge value out for us, but...
Yes, I feel strong.
And then we just kill them when they get here, I guess? And yeah, I mean, this is what I get for not resting. Here, have a thunderstorm when you get here, some more poison when you get here. Oh, I should have liquid membrane. That'd be smart. I mean, we are legitimately killing them as they walk over. So, you know, we're doing okay. How much mana do I want to spend, I guess? I mean, they're almost dead. We'll just do Fire Blast.
And see, that was improving.
Level up, yo. Yeah, this is looking like pretty good setup. Yeah, I'm pretty happy. Blue is enjoying. You guys want to come down my death row? Oh yeah, they're coming. All right, let's do this one more time. Cyclone, poison. Oh, I should have gone thunder and then cyclone. I don't know. Alright, we'll just wait here. Running low on mana, but probably just gonna get a level up in a second. Got liquid membrane, we put some more poison down and another cyclone down. Okay. 3 left, maybe? I hate them. Oh, I hate them so much. Just kill him with normal attacks. I'll be less annoyed.
And stay down.
Okay. Good times, good times. We got another level up. 104 magic power. Who is our most magical character? 104, 104, 96, 101. I guess we're in a... I guess Rides is probably the most magical, as it turns out. Once he gets leveled up. Alright, anything useful for Grotham? Probably not. Yeah, I mean, this is kind of how it goes in the late game. I actually legitimately planned out ahead of time. I sort of plotted out approximately how many skill points I'd have by the end of the game and sort of what I wanted to Grandmaster. And I think I predicted that I would get to like level 31, maybe 30, 31. So we're in bonus point territory where I didn't really have anything I wanted to train. Right. We'll just rest. We're running low on that. Just don't run out of food or anything, that's all. Prizes? Is it prizes or surprises? What do you guys think? The healing fountain. Oh, it's just treasure light. It's probably a trap. I mean, it was a glowing chest.
I feel stronger.
Alright, well, I mean, you guys know the drill here. Make it hard for them. There's a nice row of 3 here. I can hit, I think, 4 enemies this turn, and then more if they all stack up. So, Word of Light. It doesn't do a ton of damage, but I think when they're all in a line, that's the way to do it. I wonder if the Poison Cloud blocking ranged attacks thing is a bug. Like, if it was designed, or if it's actually a bug. That's the best... That's definitely the best Word of Light I've ever done, I think. Ever. Every time I've... No matter how many times I've played the game, that's definitely the best one. Alright, how would you like that again? It's doing okay. You know, I still wish the light magic scaled a bit better, and there was more damaging spells. And this is literally the best one, the only really damaging spell, and it's Grandmaster Light, which means not a lot of people could learn it even if you wanted to. But it's pretty cool. I think the trick is really having a nice long line so you can get 3 at a time and keep killing them. Like, it takes a bit of finesse to get value out of it.
And stay down. And stay down.
Oh, we're back to the end stay down again, huh? Who's the last one? Just a little, spooky, what do they call these guys? Well, watchers. It's just a spooky tentacle man. we're pretty awesome, you know. Okay, shows off. Magic is higher, but that's the hour of power. The 5 seconds of power. Let's see. We've got... Oh, we were going for Arcane Discipline here. Interesting. I guess, yeah, Rides, actually... Well, he could go for... Well, Rides has a lot of health already, I suppose. But honestly, Endurance is probably better most of the time, but... Is that actually making a difference here? You can barely tell the resistance just with random equipment. Like, remember, Rides is getting 21 resist all out of this. And it still doesn't really look like his resistances are much better. Like, sure, they're better than Drow's, but... Yeah, I bet you could barely, like, even Grandmaster here just doesn't make much difference. Then we'll get Drow. More magic, of course. And any last skills? Anything fun? I guess I never got to Grandmaster Mysticism either. Can put 1 point in Endurance for a little bit more health. And... Well, enjoy 2% less magic damage, maybe. If the math even works properly. Alright, and we did get some magic loot in the treasure, so let's see if it was worth it. We have... What did we identify? These things? A crossbow that we can never use, and a headgear. It's a fancy helmet. It's not very good, though. I know there was a couple potions in the treasure chest, too, so, you know, worth it. It's really a shame all the random treasures are so bad here. Garbage. Garbage. Alright. Well, the real treasure was the experience we got along the way. That's how the saying goes. Well, this certainly looks like where we're supposed to be going. So I think there's one branch that I've missed, or one possible branch I've missed. Let me double check real quick what's over this way. Digging. Yeah, that's good value here. Got some money and some nothing. Don't worry though, +1 perception. We're gonna need that during the final boss fight. The fact that Rides now has 19 perception entirely from white potions. He probably started with 10 or something. Will definitely completely change the end game.
Something following us.
You guys not believe?
Stupid.
You guys believe me, right? Okay, well, there's definitely a monster up there. We've got yellow light. I don't know what that is. Just a light. Just a purple darkness fireball. It's dark.
This one.
Ah! We actually were kind of warned about this. They told us there's a monster nearby. Actually, it makes more sense for barrels to have monsters in dungeons. I'm okay with this. The ones in towns get a little obnoxious, but when you're already in a dungeon, yeah, I mean, that's fair. How long was that Shadow Watcher hiding in a barrel waiting for a brave adventurer to walk by? Also, sheesh, all with the damage going on here. And drink a potion. And you know what? When your HP is down, you can drink regular healing potions. We got lots of those. I mean, we have so many minor healing potions. I was selling them and throwing them away for a while because we've just got too many healing. Huh. Sure. Bunch more super potions.
Something is coming your way. Be ready.
What do you guys think? How many Ankylo points you want to bet? You wasted them. There was no trap. Purple liquid is Destiny? face off or shows off, not face off. He's my Destiny character if I ever wanted someone that's good at Destiny. He, he casts. I mean, I probably haven't cast it very often, but technically, isn't there a spell that does that? Heroic Destiny. There you go. Plus 30. Like, would that actually be worth casting? What? All critical hit chances and evade. Okay. Maybe I've been missing out. We're looking at shows off specifically. 29% magical crit chance. 0% physical crit chance. Which is about the same for everyone. But his magic crit is because he's got GM arcane focus. But yeah, 29%. So, let's do Destiny.
I feel stronger.
And double check if I've been dumb. Yep. I mean it. Yeah. Yeah. So, interestingly, I guess arcane foci have, like, they can never crit. They are crit impossible. But what, that gave us about 8% critical to everybody because of plus 30 to Destiny. I would say investing points into Destiny is a huge waste. But it gave us a bit of evade, whatever that means. And 8% crit on a big fight, that could be worth it. Maybe.
Enemy is flanking us.
Such a great game. Why is it always an ambush though? Okay, well we're actually dead. Game over. One random ambush and we can't even get out of it. Random in the sense that I can't literally have all of my spells on all the time, right? Like, so when, okay, was it exactly on the suspicious tile? Yes, exactly on suspicious tile. So, fine. Every time you get a trap, you just have to put all your spells on. It's fine. Shows off is getting a lot of, it's got like half the buffs nowadays. Because he's got the wards that I care about down here. And then they're just all gonna get dispelled anyway. Do I care about anything else? I mean, I could put a bunch of dummy buffs so that they don't get dispelled, but... Wow.
So confused.
Sucks. So what did we lose? We lose... So Grotham was feeble-minded, and 2 spells were purged immediately. I'm gonna dodge some of the purging here for a second. We definitely need that back. We've got our wards and heroic destiny. We lost Hour of Power and anything else I was putting on. Yeah. Pretty impressive when you hit. I don't know if I want to be with melee in those guys, but I think if we can kill these 2 right now.
And stay down.
Alright, Grotham is back with a vengeance. Now, I know they're pretty resistant to most of these spells, but at least we'll make it hard on them, right? The lightning seems to work. Maybe they're weaker to lightning. Well, they resisted half of it. Weak to. Well, 1 took damage, 1 didn't. I mean, when it works, it works. I was thinking I should probably Word of Light them, but... I will say, though, Word of Light says it does 60 damage. It's not very accurate. So went for the feeble mind.
My mind.
You know it's gonna resist half the stuff, so.
I'm so confused.
There you go. Just kill it. Maybe we can see what they're weak against now. Faceless. No, maybe like one more. Okay. They don't have any armor or anything. If you're hitting them with melee, I guess you... Well, they'd be dodgy, but they actually don't have any physical armor. I'll say we have mostly enough mana for another fight, so let's just do one potion. What do you guys think? Oh, it's not an ambush. I see a bunch of friends over on that side. So, what do you think? That's probably the way to get out of here. Let's explore this corner then. See what's over here. Well, no, that's going to lead all the way over there, isn't it? Yeah, okay. I'm going to assume that's the end of this dungeon. I don't know why this tile is so dark. Really dark right there, and it's not on the map. We still have our blessings that give us secret detection, so don't worry about that anymore. Not very good. Chest. It looked like a fancy chest. In the good days, in the good times, those kind of chests gave us like relics and stuff. Alright, and this is a dead end? Yay. Dark blue is magic? Who needs magic damage the most? Probably. At this point, the light magic is one of our best ways of damaging. I know typically Drow was my magic mage. My magic boosting mage, but Drow's fine.
Something is coming our way.
Yeah, well.
Be ready.
Let's see how close we can get. So, you know the drill. I'm just gonna rest. I acknowledge that's a lot of enemies that are all gonna get first strike on us. So, let's do all... let's just double cast some stuff. That's fun. I will even cast Stone Skin, because I can. And I could also cast... I'm just going to put fun... all the fun spells I never bothered to cast with. Let's put Windshield. That's actually a lot of evasion. Wow. I can get my evade up to 107 just like that. Dang. What? Is Windshield actually a party song? I not understand how these spells work. I don't know what that music was all about. We got a lot of spells on. How's our stats looking? Look at that. We got our evade up to 187, I think. It's pretty good, right? Okay, did I forget any? The most important one's liquid membrane. We got a little bit of armor, some evade, some ranged evade. I could put like perception and might on, but I don't think perception matters at all unless you are doing like a physical or ranged attack. And might only applies to melee damage. And I've boosted everything else. Okay, let's do this.
There are enemies ahead.
Of course, they get to double move. I was going to put a cool rune of fire up in front of us, but yeah, you know how that would work. Alright, well, there's a nice row of them, so bam. It's pretty good. As soon as we kill this side... I could have put... Oh, I forgot my fire reflection. Okay, I forgot two spells. I forgot Fire Shield, and I also forgot the immunity to stun, because that would have been probably a good one to put on, now that I'm thinking about it. Just make this side fun. Maybe I can just burn through them and I won't need a stun protection. It seems risky, but maybe it's not needed. I hate you guys. Hey, get out of here. Alright. Let there be light. This fight maybe was not as dangerous as I was thinking it was going to be.
And stay down.
Yeah, I mean, that'll do it.
Oh, not mule.
Oh no, 7 damage.
Stay down.
Oh, hey there. I see you have some friends in the back row. Okay. Alright. We're not quite done. Zap. Now you gotta come at me. I think we wait till they get a little bit closer, and then I light blast them again. Amazing. Moderate effectivity. Could try to blow her away. I mean, I have a couple ways of doing it. It's actually even better when they're all grouped up in the same spot. That's it. I can get really nice chain lightning if they all stand together. Would you mind? Oh, I guess the fingers are large, so you can't actually have 3 of them.
And stay down.
And stay down? I guess unless you bring a pack horse, and maybe even if you did bring a pack horse, this final dungeon area just has so much crap in it, you really will never carry it all. It's just gonna constantly fill your inventory up all the time. You're gonna have to delete items. You pick up other items that aren't that good. Oh, we're not actually done. Hold on. Oh, I see you there. Too far away. Still too far away. Alright. Let loose.
My mind.
It's unfortunate.
Confused.
I think I have a potion of Cure Feeble Mind, right? So we don't have to use mana to do that one, but mana is probably easier to replenish than the potions. Oh, these things suck. And then they just dispel all your stuff, feeble mind your mages. I actually don't think he has any offensive magic. He's just a troll. 100% he just trolls you. Once we kill him, I gotta check his resistance. And can I kill him without potioning up? But...
I kill
yes.
you.
Thank you. Okay, well, just rest. There's no mana to have even cast torch. Rest in the dark. It's very safe. If I was the dungeon master, I don't know if I'd let you take a long rest on this bridge, surrounded in the dark. Maybe not. Right. I want to check the bestiary. See what we can learn. Yeah, it doesn't really matter. Weak to light. 50-50 from everything else. I thought Grandmaster perks we're gonna ignore a lot of resistances. I have a feeling it doesn't work. Like maybe it's bugged or something. It doesn't seem like our spells get through very often, even though we're supposed to ignore a bunch of resistance. But whatever, it's all good. Ah. Well, I finished a whole floor. Hopefully I didn't miss too much. Now, is this another floor, like another maze, another map, or is this just a boss room? It kind of has the looks of a boss room. His voice is very loud. Welcome to the Inner Sanctum, Raiders. I'm very pleased with your performance. I don't think we really want to talk to him. He's like, I don't know if these guys are gods exactly or what they're called. They're not, I guess they're kind of the counterpart to angels. So in Dungeons and Dragons terms, they're, abyssal, they're fiends, they're demons or something. I guess they kind of look more darkness themed, like undead, but not exactly. I don't think they're supposed to be undead. I think they're like, oh, what? Maybe they're kind of, no, we actually have dark elves, so they can't be drow. They've got to be some kind of dark angel, Anyway, time to die. The old barbarian paid his defiance with his life. Soon you'll be joining him. I don't need my mask to take your lives. Why do you think I used to be called the Master of Assassins? Because you're standing out in the front of us talking to us in the light. Ah, the best assassination. When you walk up to someone and tell them you're going to assassinate them. Classic. I mean, sure, he did disappear, but why didn't we just shoot him? Are you guys ready for a boss fight? Is it a riddle fight? We're going to be answering each other riddles, asking riddles.
Something's coming our way. Be ready.
I mean, I'm sure there's going to be ambushes. Okay, torn page. This might be important. I almost never read these things, but let's do this one. I'm going to die here in the dark. The sigil offers some protection against the faceless dark magic, but I won't be able to withstand the assaults much longer. If light is victorious today, I pray my brothers and sisters can recover our souls and find a way to bring us back to continue fighting in Elrath's name. Oh, sure, everyone wants to go get resurrected. Someone resurrect me if you find this note. My name is John Smith, and I would like to be resurrected.
There are enemies ahead.
Is there? I do kind of remember this zone being a pain. I don't remember how this works, but I know I remember this from before. All right, so Erebos. Let's see. He gets a free shot and instantly one-shot someone. My one person who has Ray's dead. Good backstab, right? He forces melee like the spider boss we fought long ago. And he's immune to most things. Do we have a backup scroll here? Yeah, I can. Yeah, we better put liquid membrane on. Okay, hold on. It wouldn't be a final boss without the music getting really loud. All right. So, what do you guys think? I didn't put any buffs on or anything. Buff? Trying to die?
Brute force won't work. You have to find another tactic. Fast.
Another tactic. I mean, this was pretty good. You had 1 hit point and you took no damage. So he used a bunch of... Did it say what spell that was even? I don't even know what he did, but he hit a whole bunch. And then the retaliation damage works, so... It was a physical attack, I guess. It would have had to be then. I could put regen on, but if he does physical, I wasn't expecting physical, but I guess maybe makes a bit of sense. Here, I'll reduce it some more. And, I mean, let's waste time and put on more buffs. If he's gonna do those, reflect more damage. And we do need some regen. Let's see what he can do. We haven't attacked him once, and he's about... I don't know how much damage that was exactly. But he's doing almost no damage, and in counter he takes hundreds back. I wasn't really planning on it, but I think there's a pretty effective counter build that you could do here. And we didn't even lose our Celestial Shield. That's a really good spell these days. I could shine a light on him. Yeah, I mean, that did a couple hundred damage. You got any other cool tricks, dude? You're gonna die here pretty soon. Uh-huh.
Yes! More!
Heroes.
Now, normally the boss is a lot more difficult.
Each worthy of a legacy of their very own.
Were we supposed to know who this chick is? I know she sounds like the narrator, but is this like a touching moment where there's this big reveal that is she like the granddaughter of Craig Hack, or like, was I supposed to be able to figure that out?
True to their promise, the raiders brought Owen's ashes to Carthal's Chapel of Elrath, so that he could finally rest in the city of his birth.
Sure. Yeah, we did that.
The raiders killed Luke, the brigand, putting an end to his notorious career. Maybe he would find peace in the next life.
Screw him. Killed people.
Ripley was a brute and a murderer. He deserved to die.
I mean, I guess there's a slightly different ending here if you don't kill these guys, but...
Could Kirk have redeemed himself? Maybe. Maybe not. The raiders made him answer for his crimes and sent him on to the dragons.
We send a message to anyone else who's going to murder and scheme. We've run into you, you're dead.
The ancient Shantiris built their elemental forges to imbue their greatest warriors with the powers of the dragon gods. For the first time in centuries, in the heart of the Forge of Spring, the 6 dragons chose new champions.
I guess you could skip most of them. I think you need the Earth and Air one, but you might be able to skip the others. There should have been a final area to wrap it all
Having
together.
discovered Lord Hart's
Seventh
marriage
zone.
to the dark elf Leodan, the raiders chose to protect the lovers from the Inquisition. Hart and Leodan later had a son, Mirim. Something tells me he's destined for great things.
I guess we could have had them killed, yeah, but that seems kind of a bit too much. They didn't actually do anything wrong.
Having discovered his marriage to the dark elf Leodan, the raiders chose to denounce Lord Hart to the Inquisition.
Wait, we didn't do that.
Lord Hart escaped capture.
We got
and
both
disappeared
endings for
into the
him.
Longchal forests.
I definitely
Never to be
didn't do
heard
that,
from
did
again.
I?
His final fate remains a mystery.
I didn't tell them where to find that guy. I was just like, no, they're just hunting bandits or something, right?
His bestiary completed, the strange man known as Jasad Atqua left the peninsula. Nobody knows where he went, but the night of his disappearance, strange events were witnessed. Several villagers of Sorpigal claim they saw a bright egg-shaped object spring up from the depths of the sea and ascend into the
It would have been better if it was a saucer-like vessel with some kind of cylinders on the back.
While the raiders were not able to save the Knight Mombar from his madness, they did fulfill his dying wish by finding his long-lost daughter, Rosalie.
I don't think there was any way to actually help him, right? I doubt it.
Finally freed from the dark curse, the dwarven city of Sudgerd would at long last be brought back to life. The exiled dwarves of the Adjin Peninsula had a home once again.
You're welcome, dwarves. That guy's wearing a deer.
Thanks to the information contained in the ancient spellbook known as
So
the
gross.
Barada Rael, Tieru was able to track down the demon Ergol and make him answer for his war crimes.
I feel like this quest got
That's
cut.
a story for another time.
I mean, maybe it's part of something else, but it seems like the promotion was just completely cut out of the game. And that was only 2 of the promotions. That was the Dwarf Lord and the Druid, our Elder Shaman, or whatever that was called. They didn't mention the new magical notes that we took from the Riddle dungeon for our Archmage that was going to learn new spells. They didn't mention what was the other one? The Orc. What did we do? Did we do anything special for Orc? Oh, there was like confront your inner demon. I guess that wasn't quite a, game world spanning event, but interesting how they pick and chose the quests they kind of wrap up on. I definitely felt like the last 1/3 to half of this game felt like it was missing a bunch. Like it's not the worst, but a lot of the quests in the second half really felt non-finished, and I think it starts okay and kind of falls apart as time goes on. Like the basic design and balance of the game is not my favorite, but I think like the way they spread out trainers and certain spell access is really not very well thought out. And obviously there's all kinds of weird bugs and glitches and quests. There's some weird stuff. The programming is obviously not quite that hot. Obviously it was programmed before Windows 10 was a thing, but it hasn't aged very well. It's not stable with new graphics drivers, which is, I guess, happens with older games, but this game's not that old. I mean, 2014, and it starts playing poorly fast. There is a little bit more to do, so although I'll finish wrapping up my end of game thing, I think there's a tiny little bit of post-game content for us to do, I think. If not, this is the last episode, but if there is, we'll do another episode. But I mean, I've been talking about this all the way through my playthrough. I do like Might and Magic Legacy. I think it's fun, but it's fun while at the same time it's very frustrating. The no running from combat, like you can't disengage ever. Even if you flee to a town, you can't escape. Once you're engaged, there's no getting out. And most of the time, if you're adjacent in melee, there's no way to get out either. I mean, there's a couple spells that push, but for the most part, if an enemy is touching you, you can never get away. And that just means so much exploration, and even once you're very strong, more than 50% of the battles, I'm going to say, were enemy strikes first, where you walk around a corner and they get the first attack, and probably most of those are still, also they teleport around you in a circle. And that is just dumb. Like, once in a while, I guess I could be fine with it. But that's just, I don't know, man. Not very good design. I really don't think that's very good design. I was thinking like how Might and Magic 6. Obviously, I'm going to compare it to the other Might and Magics a fair bit. There were occasional times in Might and Magic 6 and 7 where secret doors would open. Sometimes there was a little bit of enemy teleporting, I think. Not very often. But usually, enemies you could see on the map were just where they were. And once you got into range, they started trying to kill you. Obviously, those were programmed much earlier, like simpler system in part. But that was kind of the design, you know? Like, enemies didn't just teleport in a circle around you. And if you did, you could still try to run away, you know? Like, I don't remember what it was like in the Zine trilogy, because that had the tile-based grid movement. But certainly in the 3D-ish ones, you could just run away and you could open a door. You could Lloyd Beacon right out of combat if you wanted. I thought that was a really good design, because it made things a little easier, but also you could explore, get in over your head, and still be like, okay, I changed my mind. I'm not going to go here, right? That's important, because in this game, you see what happens if you can't. You go down a corridor, find an enemy that kills you. All right, I guess we reload. You go down a different corridor. I guess we reload again. The only way you could Iron Man this game is if you followed a guide and you knew exactly which route and where all the encounters were. If you were playing it blind at all, there's no way Iron Man you wouldn't get very far at all, because if you don't know where to go, you're 100% running into an unwinnable battle. So, I mean, that's kind of my big critique. Obviously, there's good parts. I still like the skill system overall. They changed kind of how your skills go a little bit. It used to be skill rank +1 was the cost. And so, like, going from 10 to 11 costs 11 points. They made it just one per rank and kind of 25 for Grandmaster. They changed kind of, it used to be, what, 4, 7, and 10 for Expert, Master, Grandmaster. Stretching that out, it's not a huge problem or anything. Just slight change in mechanics. I think some of the skills were garbage, like Arcane, like the magic defense is not nearly good enough. We didn't get into any of the might skills or anything, or very many armor skills, but the balance on skills is not, it doesn't feel good. Obviously, the full mage party was kind of funny, a bit of a challenge. It had some areas were more difficult, surely, but also a lot of areas were much easier. And the final boss, I will say, on a normal group is way more difficult. A lot of enemies have, like, extra attacks if they evade or block or counter. And if you never do a melee attack, that doesn't matter. So you ignore a lot of those mechanics. And the boss, I'm pretty confident, is supposed to teleport around that big area. And then there's ambushes with reinforcement waves that you have to kill. And the last time I did a mage run, I remember fighting a lot of those groups with, like, chain lightning. And chain lightning wiping them out instantly, going, wow, that's actually really cool. I think that's how I remember it long ago. Whereas the very first time I did it with like a balanced melee party, that was just a nightmare fighting that final boss gauntlet. Because you'd do a little bit of damage, you'd teleport, then a bunch of enemies would spawn around you or something like that. That's how I remember it. Maybe I'm wrong. But I remember it being kind of tricky. Today's final boss, I mean, well, we may have got lucky, overcome his resistances, got a couple good crits, but seriously, one round of attack, and we could have just let him hit us and counter kill himself if we wanted. Like, he trivialized by liquid membrane and stone skin, like high level mages. I mean, to be fair, we invested everything in magic, over 100 magic points, and that just made our spells that boosted our other, like, when you've got 100 magic and maxed prime and you cast Hour of Power, it gives you even more magic and more destiny. And one of the reasons we got those crits, maybe, was because we boosted our destiny there at the end. In the last episode of the video, I finally used some of my buffs. I think most of the game, the bonus from the destiny spell was not going to make big a difference. Usually it would just take another turn, a little bit of mana, and not make a big difference. But once you have Prime Grandmastered, you know, and your magic stat's already super high anyway, you know, maybe it's worth it. I don't know. I wish it had, like, the cool light spells that just give you... Well, there was Prime for Resist All, but, you know, the classic Might Magic 6-7 ones where you had Day of the Gods and the actual Hour of Power that cast all of the buffs, most of the buffs at the same time. And then they lasted. Like, I mean, I've talked about this, of course, lots, but I wish spell duration was a lot longer. Just recasting spells over and over and over again gets old really quick for me. And I think the enemies dispelling them could be a more frequent mechanic if they lasted longer. If a spell only lasts 5 turns, having it dispelled is like, oh, are you kidding me? I waste a turn, you cast a spell, I cast a spell, you cast a spell, I cast a spell. Like, it just goes back and forth. If you can cast them once at the beginning of a dungeon, having them dispel is like, oh, crap. Now I have, like, oh yeah, now I can cast it again when I'm done or something, and it'll last a while. It's a little bit more impactful the moment you actually remember the enemies that could dispel you. Like I thought the jerk mana stealing the face huggers, right? Those guys were kind of interesting enemies to work on. They frustrated me, but I thought they were probably good encounters in the sense that they were a little different, slightly different mechanically, and they made me try to do a different strategy. That's good, really. Like I want more of that. And I know we bypassed a lot by doing all magic, but yeah, that's my Magic Legacy. If you made it all the way here to the end of the Let's Play, thanks for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. There might be another episode, like I said. Let's see if I can escape out of here. I'm just double check if there's much to do. I mean, we could train up our skills to Grandmaster. I'm pretty sure you can keep playing. Yeah, you definitely can. And all your stuff is still here. The main quest is over. There's not much else to do, and I might actually have to look up a literal guide to figure out if there's anything we can actually do. I'm not even 100% sure. Oh, good. We got an Elixir of Mana by winning the game. I'll say shows off with all of his buffs lately probably needs a bit more mana in general if there's anything else to do. I think the inventory, like the weapon enchantment system, also needed a bit of improvement. So many treasures were just not treasure, like might as well not have existed. Shopping was mostly a waste of time. Like it's something about just the random enchantment system for this game just never quite it never really hit it off with me. Like I like some of the basic setup for this, how this works, but I think the of skill ones, just like the other Might and Magics, tend to be so much better than the other. I think it'd be the same if you had a sword fighter. You would want whatever thing boosts your sword skill, and everything else is just garbage, kind of, right? But yeah, I mean, I don't think weapons are a terrible system in this game, but I think the loot you find in dungeons was often just super underwhelming. So anyway, we could keep playing. You could, if there's any enemies left on the map, you could go kill them, but enemies don't respawn, so it's kind of an empty world, right? Like, congratulations, you beat the game. You can keep playing, but I'm not sure why. I mean, maybe there's some more dialogue if you talk to the right people. I don't know. I have a feeling we're just done, but I will double check if there's anything worth making another episode about. But I think that's pretty much where we're going to wrap up this episode and possibly the series. If this is the end, as always, thanks for watching. Hope you guys have enjoyed. Feel free to give this a try. I think if you enjoyed watching this far, can we not even leave? Oh, this is the entrance to the other district it's only a scripted area. You can only go into that zone when it's the final attack on Carthol, right? When we fought Pie the Dragons and stuff. That's the whatever, the fancy district, the noble area. But yeah, like I said, I could see playing this game if you've never played it before. You've seen it now. I mean, you've got a pretty good idea how it goes. You could make your own party composition, come up with your own skill sets, and maybe make your own challenges. And I think you could definitely have a fun time making. There's 12 classes. There's lots of combinations. That's definitely a plus for this game. But there's not a lot of other things that are variable. All the monsters are in the same spot. They do the same thing. Like there's not a lot of options for how things play out. And because there's no reinforcements, enemies never respawn or anything, I'm not sure how much replayability it has other than, try out a couple different parties you like, and if you really like the game, try out a bunch of different groups, but that's pushing it. There's different companions. The companion system's okay, stuff like that. Like, yeah, that's kind of how I feel about this game. At the end of the day, it's just, it's okay. There's definitely some stuff that looks like it was meant to do something that never got finished. I mean, unless I've missed it. If there's any way in there. But yeah, I better end this episode. I'm already rambling a lot. Like I said, thanks for watching. I'll double check if there's anything else we can do. And if so, I'll show you. If not, we'll see what the next series is. I'm probably not going to do a lot more Might and Magic Legacy, though. I'm not going to do another run. Originally, I was thinking of trying like a Might only challenge run or an Archer only challenge run. No, I've I think I've given this game as much time as I really want to give it at this point. It's been interesting, but let's say the old mage party was as this was the culmination of best, most interesting group with the most strategy. If you lost all your spell strategy and you were just melee, 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 range, combat would just be a matter of getting lucky shots. There's not a lot of strategy when you can't manipulate, you can't push things around, you don't have your defensive spells. You just, yeah, it would be a, I don't know what it might not even be possible, honestly, with zero magic. Just because how the game is designed, it might not actually work. I'm not interested enough to give it a try. So that's it. Thanks for watching for the 20th time. I hope you have enjoyed one way or the other, and I'll see you for the next Let's Play.